Welcome to Triple Level Travel, where today we're headed to Boston, a city that mixes Ivy League brains, Revolutionary War energy, and more lobster rolls than legally necessary. We're exploring it in three sharp tiers: the $1,000 budget adventurer, the $3,000 level up traveler, and the $45,000 VIP luxury legend. Whether you're strolling the Freedom Trail on nickels or sipping oysters on a private harbor cruise, Boston's got a version for every wallet. So pack your sneakers, brace for wicked accents, and get ready to experience Beantown in three wildly different ways. First up, it's the budget adventurer's way through Boston, where cobblestone charm meets clever spending. Round-trip flights from cities like Philadelphia, Baltimore, or Detroit land around $150 on budget airlines like JetBlue or Frontier. Just enough comfort to make it here with your dignity and your backpack. To explore the city, grab a 7-day MBTA Charlie Card pass for $22.50. Unlimited subway, and bus rides that get you from Paul Revere's house to Fenway without breaking stride. Your home base? The HI Boston Hostel is just a short walk from Boston Common. At $65 per night, it's $195 for 3 nights of global roommates, free breakfast, and easy access to everything historic and awesome. Start day one with a free walking tour of the Freedom Trail, where colonial history meets red brick cardio. You'll hit up the Old North Church, Paul Revere's house, and just enough cemeteries to keep things interesting. Breakfast is at Sam LaGrassa's, where a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich is a mighty $13.95 and worth every salty bite. Wander into Faneuil Hall Marketplace, free to explore and full of local flair. Lunch is a clam chowder bread bowl from Boston Chowder Co's for $16.99, creamy enough to make you forget the weather. The afternoon brings a stop at the USS Constitution Museum. Entry is pay what you wish, and you get to climb on the oldest commissioned warship afloat. End with dinner at Sullivan's Castle Island, where a lobster roll and fries come in at $21.95, and the ocean view does the heavy lifting. Day one, total $52.89. Begin day two with Flour Bakery Plus Cafe, where a sticky bun and coffee set you back $9.75, and you'll think about it for the rest of the trip. Then head to the Museum of Fine Arts Boston. Entry is $20 with that sweet out-of-state student discount. Lunch in Chinatown at Saigon Hut means a banh mi and iced tea for just $10.50. Fast, flavorful, and full of crunch. This afternoon, shopping. Head to the Garment District in Cambridge, where $40 gets you a vintage jacket, a retro Red Sox tee, and a scarf that screams character. Dinner is at the legendary Regina Pizzeria in the North End. $16.75 for a personal pepperoni pie, so good it may cause emotional damage. Day two, total $97. Day three kicks off with breakfast at Tata Bakery, where the shakshuka and a cold brew run $19, served with a side of soft jazz and people in trench coats writing novels. Spend the morning wandering the Boston Public Garden and Common, free, beautiful, and squirrel-heavy. Hop over to Harvard Square and take a self-guided tour of Harvard Yard, because someday you'll want to say, I was on campus. Lunch is at Clover Food Lab, where a falafel wrap and lemonade cost $11.25. Wrap up the trip at the MIT Museum. Entry is $18, and it's full of robots and exhibits that make you feel like you just got smarter. Dinner hits from the Chicken and Rice Guy's food truck, where $10.50 buys a spicy chicken plate with a cult following. Day three total, $58.75. Final breakdown. Day one, $52.89. Day two, $97. Day three, $58.75. Flight, $150. Local transport, MBTA pass, $22.50. Lodging, 3 nights at HI Boston Hostel, $195. Grand total, $576.14. You've got $423.86 left for extra snacks, socks merch, or a second slice at Regina. Let's try Boston leveled up. Boston's got brains, brick charm, and baked beans. But for the level-up traveler, it's all about comfort and class. A Delta Comfort Plus round-trip flight from cities like Chicago, Atlanta, or Minneapolis averages around $420, giving you early boarding, solid legroom, and a snack you don't have to fight for. Local transport is a mix of Uber rides and a 7-day MBTA Charlie card, totaling $130 for stylish, no-stress movement through the city. You'll stay at the Revere Hotel Boston Common, a chic boutique hotel with skyline views and a rooftop lounge. At $265 a night, it's $795 for 3 nights of plush pillows and perfect proximity to downtown. Begin day 1 with breakfast at the Friendly Toast in Back Bay, savoring the avocado smash and lavender latte for $28. A flavorful start in a vibrant setting. Embark on the Walk into History tour with the Freedom Trail Foundation, costing $16.80 for an engaging journey through Boston's revolutionary past. Lunch awaits at Harvest in Harvard Square, where the pan-roasted cod and a glass of wine total $64, enjoyed in a serene patio ambiance. In the afternoon, visit the Boston Tea Party Ships and Museum for an interactive experience at $34, complete with reenactments and historical insights. Conclude with dinner at Lookout Rooftop Bar, relishing the lobster risotto and a craft cocktail for $72, complemented by panoramic city views. Day 1 total, $214.80. Start day 2 at the Beacon Hill Hotel Cafe, enjoying a breakfast prefix with juice, farm eggs, and toast for $22. A quiet, elegant start in one of Boston's most charming neighborhoods. Spend the morning at the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum with an entry fee of $20, exploring its unique art collections and lush courtyard. Lunch at Adelaide Boston offers a burrata caprese and glass of Prosecco for $36, amidst an Italian marketplace atmosphere. Dedicate the afternoon to shopping on Newbury Street, allocating $300 for a tailored jacket from Bonobos, sunglasses from Warby Parker, and a leather journal from a local boutique. Dinner at Mama Maria in the North End features osso buco and wine for $85, set in an intimate, historic environment. Day 2 total, $463. Enjoy breakfast at the Paramount, opting for the cinnamon French toast and fresh squeezed orange juice for $26, a Beacon Hill staple. Visit the Harvard Art Museums with an admission of $20, immersing yourself in diverse art collections. Lunch at Row 34, now intimate in Seaport, includes a raw oyster sampler and lobster roll totaling $76, celebrated for its fresh seafood. In the afternoon, embark on a Boston Harbor champagne sightseeing cruise for $60, offering scenic views and a touch of luxury. Conclude your Boston journey with dinner at Number 9 Park. Experience a prefix tasting menu with wine pairings for $125, epitomizing fine dining. Day 3 total, $307. Flight, Comfort Plus round trip, $420. Local transport, Uber plus MBTA, $130. Hotel, 3 nights at Revere Hotel, $795. Day 1, $214.80. Day 2, $463. Day 3, $307. Grand total, $2,329.80. You've got $670 plus left to upgrade a spa treatment, grab more oysters, or snag Red Sox seats with room to spare. VIP luxury trip for $45,000. Boston's never looked this rich, and you've never looked this relaxed. A first-class round-trip flight from New York, Los Angeles, or San Francisco runs about $6,200 on Delta One or JetBlue Mint, with live flat seats, champagne before takeoff, and service that makes you forget you're technically still in economy airspace. Touchdown and step into a chauffeured Bentley Bentayga, yours for the weekend for $1,300 round trip, because Boston traffic is much more tolerable when you're gliding through it like a state senator. You'll check into the Penthouse at the 15 Beacon Hotel, located in the heart of Beacon Hill, with private rooftop access, a fireplace, a personal concierge, and a nightly rate of $5,800, totaling $17,400 for 3 nights of velvet and wood-paneled perfection. Wake up in your penthouse and let the in-suite breakfast chef handle your morning cravings. $320 for smoked salmon blinis, fresh berry compote, and a mimosa tower with edible flowers. Then it's time for your private helicopter tour over Boston Harbor, Fenway, and the Charles River. $1,500 for 60 aerial minutes of pure skyline dominance. Land in style and head to the Newbury Hotel's Contessa rooftop restaurant, where a lobster capellini, truffle fries, and Tuscan wine come to $210. After lunch, enjoy a private, docent-led tour of the Boston Athenaeum, one of the oldest libraries in the U.S. $850, complete with champagne and rare book access. Dinner, a private tasting menu at Beantown, Boston's only Relais and Chateau restaurant, $680 with wine pairings, caviar starter, and a closing bite so delicate they serve it on mother of pearl. Day 1 total, $3,560. Day 2 begins at Four Seasons 1. Dalton's Zuma for a Japanese-inspired breakfast, $145 for tamago, grilled sea bass, and green tea that costs more than your first phone. Then it's off on a half-day luxury yacht charter out of Boston Harbor, $4,800, with a personal captain, deck steward, and onboard raw bar lunch. Spend the late afternoon on Newbury Street, where $6,200 gets you a custom suit from Alan Rouleau, a $1,100 pair of Loro Piana suede loafers, and a monogrammed Toomey weekend bag. For dinner, you'll be seated in the private dining room at Grill 23, where a Wagyu ribeye, truffle potatoes, and Bordeaux pairing run $430 plus a signed menu from the chef. End the evening in the first balcony box at Boston Symphony Hall, $900 for world-class acoustics and a crystal decanter of your table's reserved port. Day 2 total, $12,475. Your last day begins with room service brunch on the rooftop, $275 for eggs, Florentine, Belgian waffles, and imported orange juice that might be hand-squeezed by philosophers. Then head to Harvard University for a private tour led by a professor of history, $1,200, with behind-the-scenes access to rare archives and a visit to Widener Library's inner sanctum. For lunch, dine at Oleana in Cambridge, $260 for a Mediterranean tasting menu and paired vermouth cocktails. Spend your afternoon at the spa at Mandarin Oriental Boston, indulging in a 4-hour platinum radiance ritual with a full body wrap, facial, and massage, $1,500. End your Boston blowout with dinner at Ostra, where a 7-course seafood tasting with vintage champagne runs $620, plus a post-meal chauffeured drive around Beacon Hill just to see it glow one more time. Day 3, total, $3,855. First-class round-trip flight, $6,200. Luxury chauffeur, Bentley Bentayga, 3 days, $1,300. Hotel, 3 nights at 15 Beacon Penthouse, $17,400. Day 1, $3,560. Day 2, $12,475. Day 3, $3,855. Grand total, $44,790. And that's how you take on Boston. 3 ways, 3 budgets, and a whole lot of character. Whether you're strolling the Freedom Trail on $50 a day, sipping cocktails with skyline views, or flying above the harbor in a helicopter after custom tailoring, Boston proves you don't need to be a history buff to live a legendary weekend. So which version of Boston would you book? Budget adventurer, level up traveler, or VIP luxury legend? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you're first in line for the next adventure. Where should triple level travel go next? Drop your city requests down below. We're taking suggestions. Until then, we'll see you at the next destination.